Michael Shikha Niketan Higher Secondary Government-sponsored co-ed English medium school has taken an excellent initiative of teaching and make our students learn day-to-day lessons through audio and video in our YouTube channel. Teachers of all the subjects are working hard to enhance these online classes in the midst of this pandemic situation. It is a request to all the teachers, students and guardians to click the bell icon and subscribe our channel.
Class 7. Today our topic is a part of regional geography and we shall start with continent of Africa. Now, according to area and population, the continent of Africa is the second largest continent. It is the second largest continent with an area of 303,070,000 square kilometer. The latitudinal and longitudinal extent is 37 degree 20 minutes north to 34 degree 50 minutes south, and longitudinal extent is 51 degree 24 minutes east and 17 degree 30 minutes west. So we can understand that it comprises a vast area. Now we know about latitudes and meridians. In Africa we have 4 important latitudes and prime meridian which passes through it, that is the equator, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn and the prime meridian. The value of equator is 0 degree. This is 23.5 degree north, this is 23.5 degree south, and this is the prime meridian, north and south. Man is first believed to have been evolved in Africa. Okay. The Strait of Gibraltar separates Europe and Africa. Just in this position, the Strait of Gibraltar separates the continent of Europe from Africa. Red Sea and Suez Canal separates continent of Asia and Africa. So Europe is being separated from Africa by the Strait of Gibraltar. Now what is a strait? It is a narrow water body which connects two land masses. Red Sea and Suez Canal separates continent of Asia and Africa. It is often called a dark continent. Why? Because till the late 19th century, most of the places of Africa was not discovered. Okay. Why? Because there were some problems. What were the problems? Problems of accessibility. Means people could not go over there. Okay, could not penetrate over there. The climate is very hot and humid because the equator passes through it, and we know that the sun is directly overhead at the equator, and so we have a very hot and humid climate, more heat, more evaporation and more rainfall. Dense forest. This is one of the other important factor why Africa is not penetrable. And there are in this forest lives fierce animals, poisonous plants and all those things which hinders the movement of men over there. But we can also see that the British has ruled Africa for 500 years, means it was a colony of the British for 500 years. But still it is termed as dark continent because most of the places of Africa were not still discovered by them. So if we come to the map of Africa from there, you can also see, and I have given you a flow chart diagram. We have in the north Mediterranean Sea. We have in the north the Mediterranean Sea. In the east we have Red Sea, Indian Ocean. In the south also we have Indian Ocean, and in the west we have the Atlantic Ocean. So this is the boundary of Africa, and from the map you can see that it tapers towards the south and it is broader in the north. Okay, in the northern side it is much more broader and it tapers while it comes to the southern portion. So for today we are doing just the introductory part. Go through your chapter. This is in page number 101 and 102 of your book, and there are are other important things in Africa which generally demands attention. That is, there are many rivers over there, settlements, Sahara Desert, then the tribals. The tribal people are mostly settled in Africa, and we have the Nile River, the world's longest river. We have pyramids of Egypt. Now we come to the physical divisions of West Africa. Means what are the parts in which, what are the physical landscape generally we find in Africa. So I have divided in some flow charts so that it is easy for you to understand. The first one is that in the northwest part of Africa, we have the Atlas Mountain. In the northwest of Africa, we have the Atlas Mountain. Means just in this portion, we have the Atlas Mountain, and the highest peak is Mount Topkal, with the height is 4,165 meters. So in the northwestern part, we are having Mount Atlas, and the highest peak of Mount Atlas is Mount Topkal. The second is just to the south of Atlas Mountain, we have the world's largest desert, hot desert, the Sahara Desert, and it lies to the south of the Atlas Mountain. And we also have the Ahagar and Tibetsi Plateau in this desert. This is a very dry region, and we don't have so much of agriculture over there. Just towards the east of Sahara Desert, we have the Nile Basin. We know that the Nile is the longest river, and without this Nile, Egypt would have been a drier part. Okay, so the Nile Basin lies to the eastern part of Sahara Desert. Now, we know that our Earth's surface is generally made of some plates, and in Africa there are different faults due to tectonic movements. Means the surface of Africa is very much prone to this tectonic movements. So these faults which has caused some cracks on the surface, and for that there is a subsidence of the land. There is a subsidence of land. Means suppose this is the land area, and from here the compression is happening, and there is a fault line, and this part of the land subsides to form a rift valley. It subsides to form a rift valley, and we have one of the largest rift valley in Africa, and this is the Great Rift Valley. Due to the depression which has caused over there, there are number of lakes which has emerged over there, that is the Tanganyika, Malawi, Rudolph and Albert, etc. There are many other lakes also. We have the Congo Basin. Over there it is near the equator, and we have rainfall over there and hot and humid temperature. Now, towards the east of Africa, we have the highlands of Ethiopia. Towards the eastern portion of Africa, we have the highlands of Ethiopia. Towards the eastern portion. Okay. So, over there we can find, as we are mentioning about the highlands, we have Mount Kenya, Mount Kilimanjaro, Ruwenzori mountain over there. In this, the highest peak of Africa is Mount Kilimanjaro, and it always remains snow-clad because of its height, because of its altitude. We have also, apart from the Sahara Desert, we have Kalahari Desert in the southern part, the Namib Desert in the southern part, and all this in the western portion also, due to the aridity, we have a grassland growing which is known as the veld, V-E-L-D-T. This is a grassland which is in Africa. In the southeastern end, over here in the southeastern end, we have the Drakensberg mountain. We have the Drakensberg mountain. So this is all about the physical environment of Africa. in your book. It is in page number 103 and 104. Go through the book, and we have just completed the introductory part and the physical environment part, and there will be question based on that. Go through the video to have a proper knowledge, and also your textbook. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Leave a like and comment. Subscribe. And do share the video among your friends.